black and white colours, Dynamos in the blue. It's a 3-5-2 formation for Highlanders as they get us underway in part 2 of the Battle of Zimbabwe. Here at Barbourfield Stadium, it's live on your World of Champions. As the opening move, Ocean Mushuri allows that one to go out. So, what awaits us here? Some of the major players from the game last month, not featuring Quadramini, who got the winning goal that day, has gone for trials. Coach David Mandigora says he just went a few days ago. He's not even sure if it was Iraq or Iran, but he's gone for trials and may well have been offered something there. We'll see what happens there. But Amini is out. Ronald Chitio on the score sheet in that game. He's out injured. And Stephen Alemenda, who started in that game, is serving a suspension. Takeshore Chinyama is back at Dynamos. On the bench there, Tondrangara, the assistant coach, and they've got some quality players. Farango Pastiri on the bench as well. Here's teenage Hadebe. Game hasn't settled as yet. Mushure. Both teams are going for long balls at the moment. Chinyama giving chase. Interesting to see what he's capable of here, Ephraim.
It is interesting to see Takeshore Chinyama have a runner for Dynamos. We know what he can do. Is he still the same man? That's a big question he has to answer today. But perhaps the strategy will be to get the early goal for David Yogi Mandigora. In the reverse fixture, the 3-2 victory for Dynamos saw both teams get early goals. So perhaps the strategy is to slam the door shut.
Oh, Mutiswa runs straight into Sydney Linyama. I don't know what the referee's going to make of this. Well, he certainly is doing some theatrics there, is Nox Mutizwa. He just went straight into Linyama. Well, that turns up the temperature in the game already. Mutuma can really get quite hot-headed on occasions. Pilan Nube is going to have to really bring things under control. Oh, the elbow did come out.
Looks like he ran into Linyama's elbow there. Very painful. How much did the referee see and what does he make of it?
So the referee is yet to make a verdict on this one. Roderick Mutuma then back at Dynamos. Well, we're nearly getting ugly scenes just in the first couple of minutes of the game. And it did look as though the elbow was pushed out by Sydney Linyama. Wouldn't want to see a sending off right at the start of this game, but that was not really acceptable from Sydney Linyama.
There's the trickery. There's the elbow that's raised up. It's a very tricky situation, but I think Linyama knew what he was doing there. Beaten, tried to stop his man.
I suspect too that he did make a meal of it there, Nox Mutizwa, but Linyama gets a yellow card for that in the opening minutes of this game. The former Chicken Inn defender is booked, and it nearly resulted in a mini brawl as well, which we certainly wouldn't want to see. So free kick to Highlanders. Tatenda Mukuruba is in goal for Dynamos. This really talented young keeper. Mudzingwa takes it, and Linyama will get the job done there. So we'll see how this five-man midfield is going to work for Highlanders. Been using long balls when they've got all those men in the middle of the park. Teenage Hadebe, and he's a player who we might see coming forward from those back three. Here's Walter Mukanga. Obemwera Hari, he's playing as a defensive link. God knows Murwira out on the right back position, and Murwira tries the long ball towards Chinyama. Bigger Douglas Sivanda anchors the midfield for Highlanders. Mushure. Obemwera Hari. Very early days, but the more fruitful play coming from Dynamos in these early exchanges. Here's Mtulisi Maposa. Mutizwa gets a strong challenge from Augustin Bara. His strike partner is Obadiah Tarumbwa, and looks as though they're taking no nonsense here. Physical approach from the Dynamos defenders.
It's going to be interesting to see how they gel. Fresh approach there, youth and experience. Knox Mutizwa, we know that he's got a lot of pace, and Obadiah Tarumbwa provides that inspiration in terms of experience. He's been there, he's done it. It's going to be interesting to see how they link up this afternoon with Sidney Nyama being booked. They'll play at him, they'll go at him, hoping to put him under pressure.
Bruce Kangwa operating down the left side of midfield for Highlanders. Good little touch through from Douglas Sivanda. Maposa didn't get the intended results. Well, for this huge encounter, we've got fans who've travelled as far as from Johannesburg for this game, the South African branch of the Highlanders fans. Just adding to the intrigue, to the atmosphere here at Barbourfields. They say they're going home. Was another foul there, and Kangwa. That one is Masuku, who's brought down. Mobizita Masuku.
That's a rash challenge coming in. A bit of frustration creeping into this Dynamos play as they continue to be starved the ball. It looks like Boso have the upper hand in the early exchanges. It's still early doors, but it will give you confidence.
So chance for Highlanders. They got the early goal at Rufaro Stadium in the reverse fixture. Well, that's the second free kick that they have wasted. Here's Walter Mukanga. So the South African chapter of the Highlanders fans say they're going back home straight after this game, back to Johannesburg, having travelled up yesterday. I mean, that's some belief, isn't it? 17 games without beating Dynamos and travelling all the way from South Africa. Now here's Chinyama. Takes your Chinyama then. He's played in Poland, he's played in South Africa. He's back at Dynamos, playing Division 1 football the first half of this season. There will be question marks over his fitness, but just the scale of his frame is a big advantage. Sidney Linyama under a little bit of pressure. 8 minutes gone, no shot on target as yet. Mambari with a good touch, wanted to find Chinyama. It's a physical start to this game. Mutizwa. He gets the return. It is a promising little move. But still they're finding it hard against this Dynamos defence. Tarumbwa doing a lot of work. Douglas Sivanda. It's Masuku. Obemwera Hari, the defensive link man. Really physical edge to this game.
What you would come to expect every time these two teams meet, the Battle of Zimbabwe. It's always physical, it always has players who want to come in with a tackle, who want to leave a stud in there, and Kawandera just finding out quite early in his first Battle of Zimbabwe.
It's Tarumbwa. Can Highlanders do something this time? Poor pass. Wanted to find Nox Mutizwe. Here's Murwira. Richard Kawandera playing at the moment a little bit of a deeper role than Tekshore Chinyama and Roderick Mutuma up front. Felix Chindungwe, one of 3 centre-backs for Highlanders. Mukanga. Nox Mutizwa is further forward than Obadiah Tarumbwa for Highlanders. He's the main man up front. Haven't seen very much of Webster Chingodza on the right side of midfield so far, as tries to get the ball off Mutsuma. Mushure now. Mukanga. It's a goal attempt, well off target, but not a bad idea.
But given the way they've been playing so far, Dynamos, the best opportunity. Tekshore Chinyama has been caught offside twice, and perhaps Walter Mukanga trying from distance. It will go down as a shot off target, but not troubling the goalkeeper, Jabulo Nyoni.
Early to say, but it does look, the early indications, we could be back to a cagey kind of a battle of Zimbabwe. Open, exciting game last time at Rufaro Stadium, but we've had a lot of tense, close encounters with little given away, and that's how it's been so far. Oh, that's a deflection, Mutizwa! Oh, that would have been a free goal. Mukuruva nearly made a howling blunder.
Tatenda Mukuruva, the young Prince Edward High School boy there, just showing his inexperience. He's under no pressure here, and he just hits it straight to the attacker. Could have been 1-0.
Dear, oh dear. That would have been very unfortunate from a Highlanders, from a Dynamos point of view. It would have been a gift goal for Highlanders. Mukuruva. And a big pressure game. You don't want to show any chinks in your armour.
He's a fantastic goalkeeper, Tatenda Mukuruva. One for the future as far as Zimbabwe football is concerned, but that moment just shows you that experience really matters in that goalkeeping position. Under no pressure whatsoever. Almost made a meal of it.
Salissima Possa got his legs taken away from him as we see another foul. He's a tough man, is Maposa. Mutsingwa. Douglas Sibanda finds Kangwa. Teenage Hadebe. Mutuma, what's he doing back there? As one of the top strikers, he's back with the defence almost. Now Kangwa, that's a mistake. Masuku, Bruce Kangwa. Maposa. Not a very good pass, but they play the ball around, and the Highlanders fans love that. Get themselves a corner.
Highlanders clearly the better team so far, and you can see Roderick Mutuma dropping deep, looking for the ball. Not much service up front for the 3 frontmen, Roderick Mutuma, Tekshore Chinyama and Richard Kawandera. They've been having to track back, having to help out in defense. Things not going according to plan so far for David Yogi Mandigora, and these set-piece plays, they have to make the most of it, Highlanders.
Obadiah Tarumbwa takes the corner. It's a swinging in, that one. Oh, still chances. Mukuruva getting there in the end, and he has been hurt. So Tarumbwa, yeah, he collides there. Collides with the opponent, so Tatenda Mukuruva has been hurt in that challenge, as that was Moabizita Masuku who got in his way.
We know he can command the 6-yard area very well. Tatenda Mukuruva not having the best of days so far, and the whistle didn't blow for a foul. It could have been messy in terms of Dynamos conceding a goal there. Didn't really command that 6-yard area well. Should have taken it first time, but perhaps a bit of an infringement there. Dick's quickly onto the matter, and hopefully he's okay to continue.
Well, Tarumbwa Mukuruva's been such an impressive goalkeeper in 2015 at Dynamos, and with the national under-23 and with the senior national team. So Dynamos fans have come in numbers for this contest as we get a little break after an intense opening quarter of an hour here at Barbourfield Stadium. Tarumbwa Mukuruva will carry on, but got a bit of a knock on the shoulder. Highlanders 5 games without a win. It's been a difficult time for them. They beat Wawa 2-0, then Mafu's side drew 2-2 with FC Platinum away, 1-1 at home to Halmine. The defeats to Dynamos, and then back-to-back draws against Triangle. So the run of form is not impressive for Highlanders, and only 2 wins here at Barbourfield. Mandla Mpofu, the assistant coach, former Chicken Inn head coach. Behind him in the yellow is Ariel Suanda, who has been the #1 keeper, but he's been in and out the last couple of seasons, and Chabulo Nyoni getting the nod today. Masuku with the header. Murwira, Masuku. He's going to be a key man in midfield. Tarumbwa. As they hustle for the ball. Well, Masuku also in the national under-23 side. Signed from Bantu Rovers, a big signing for Highlanders. Hadebe. Now Chinyama, but he's got 3 men in front of him. Chindungwe does it cleanly. Obadiah Tarumbwa. Bara and Mukanga. Mushure. Haven't seen much of Richard Kawandera, the new Dynamo striker, in the game so far. Mushure. Werahari. There goes the way of Highlanders. Tarumbwa doing a lot of running is Obadiah Tarumbwa. Webster Chingodza, who's playing this wide midfield role today. It's a teasing one. Mbara heads it away before Knox Mutizwa got there, and Highlanders continue to apply decent pressure. Mbara leaves that one for Mukanga. Chinyama. The player I'm not really seeing getting involved is Richard Kawandera for Dynamos.
And the midfield 3 for Dynamos not really clicking at the moment. Walter Mkanga, Obemngarahari and Masima Mambare. You'd like to see them get on the ball more, especially the creative spark of Masima Mambare, who is in there to do the Ronald Chitio role and create things and create openings and get goals for Dynamos. They need to get the ball to him a little bit more. We would like to see him just show us what he can do in the Dynamos colours. The former Highlanders man hasn't really been up there.
Chingodza with the throw, it's a deep one. Mutizwa, but the height of Sydney Linyama. Big advantage, but the whistle had gone anyway there. So no goals after 18 minutes. Some school children here for the game from Zilikazi. So Mukuruva with a long clearance. Mutzingwa. So Mambara is not really cutting loose. Mukanga and Mambara again, and Werahari, who's showing some steel. Mushure with a good run for Dynamos, and they can move up. No goals as yet. Chingodza. Mushure, who is getting involved in a lot of the football here. Mushure once again. Such a big player for Dynamos is Ocean Mushure. Chingodza. Again, it's Ocean Mushure who gets there. Masimba Mambare. Chinyama. Mutuma can't get there because Bruce Kangwa's there ahead of him. Now his take shot, Chinyama! It's a cracker of a shot from Take Shaw. Chinyama, the big man, with his first shot in anger in the game.
Take Shaw Chinyama just getting a yard of space and unleashing a thunderbolt. He really hit it full gun there, making the most of the sloppiness at the back there. Just hitting it first time. Jabulo Nyoni, disgusted with his defense, comes in running and screaming at the back four. Unlucky for Tekshio Chinyama there. There is Jabulo Nyoni, not happy with the back four. Close him down quicker seems to be the message.
Yeah, and Felix Chindungwe made the mistake there. Mutuma scrapping for it. Now that's a big booster for Dynamos, the best chance of the game so far. Mushure. Here he comes again, Ocean Mushure. No, nothing given there. So big signings as far as strikers are concerned for Dynamos. Mukanga.
Not too sure if that's the strategy to hit shots from range. Looks like Mukanga. It's the second shot from range that we've seen him, a strike from distance. But he just relieved the pressure. You're not going to beat Jabulo Nyoni from there. Better off trying to pass it around and carve open the back four.
But it just shows that Dynamos are finding their way in this game now, after Highlanders were the better team in the first 15 minutes, should we say. Better play we're seeing now from the visitors. Chingodza, Mambare, still Mambare, rather deep in midfield. Chinyama, that's not the best of deliveries to Roderick Mutuma, and Hadebe will get there. Kangwa, Bruce Kangwa, Amaposa. Oh, Werahari does well. Here's Richard Kawandera to Mutuma. Hadebe is in his way. Now the quality of football is increasing. Murwira over. Nyoni pulls it out of the air. Halfway through the first half. Mongani Mafu's side just under a bit of pressure now.
Dynamos just finding themselves now as we see Jabulo Nyoni. They're just commanding that 18-yard area, first to the ball, justifying the selection ahead of Ariel Sivanda.
Ogwe Marahari is proving to be effective in midfield for Dynamos, the defensive link. Tarumbwa still doing loads of running. Haven't seen much of Knox Mutizwa in the last few minutes. Not really since the ball nearly cannoned in off him from Tatenda Mukuruva's clearance 11 minutes into the game. Mutzingwa. What can Tarumbwa do from here? Mutizwa went on a run. Masuku's proving to be mobile in midfield. Is onside! Opportunity comes the way of Highlanders. Knox Mutizwa.
You can't ask for a better chance if you're a centre forward there. Takes it well on his chest, sets up nicely for him. Tatenda Mkuruva equal to the task, parries it away from goal. Fantastic stop from the youngster.
Well, the biggest fixture in Zimbabwe is hotting up here at Barberfields. Live on your World of Champions. Corner kick to Highlanders. It's dealt with by Masimba Mambare. Here's Chingodza. He gets support too from Tarumbwa, but a good interception that was from Richard Kawandera, the striker. Mutuma. Oh, that's poorly done. Murwira. So God knows Murwira in at right back ahead of Blessing Moyo. Was was in the starting lineup. Was initially given, but then was a drop to the bench. Has been battling injury this week, Blessing Moyo. Kangwa, Mutizwa, Tarumbwa, Masuku. Simba Mambari is doing more defending than attacking. Maposa, Chingodza with the overlap. Webster, Chingodza. Ocean Mushure does it again. Mambari, Maposa, Masuku, Mobizita Masuku, Tarumbwa. Oh, but Tarumbwa still goes. It's in, still in. Well defended by Sidney Linyama. Both teams are creating chances. The pendulum swings back the way of Highlanders now. Just managed to keep the ball in, but Sidney Linyama with the defensive work. What can they do from it this time? It's going to be Tarumbwa again. Tarumbwa with the corner. Oh, it's up to Lucy Mapasa! Tulisi Mapasa gives Highlanders the lead, and Barberfield Stadium explodes.
Tulisi Mapasa just making the pressure pay. They've been the better team, Highlanders. It's 1-0 to them after 27 minutes. Tulisi Mapasa just rising, taking the responsibility, stepping up to the plate, and making it 1-0. And Mongani Mafu, all smiles, is a delighted man. Fine corner just fizzed in, unmarked in that 18-yard area. Sidney Linyama just pointing fingers at each other, the defenders. First to the ball, near post, nothing that Tatenda Mkuruwa could do there.
Well, Tulisi Mapasa is not a striker, but if you looked at that evidence, you would think that he is, because that was superbly put away. What a game we have on our hands. The hosts take the lead here at Barberfields. It's Highlanders 1, Dynamos 0. Tulisi Mapasa gets the goal, and the stadium is buzzing, to say the very least. The movement and dance in the stands is unbelievable. But there's a long, long, long way to go. Still more than an hour of football to be played. Kangwa. Well, Mutizwa loses his footing. Masuku. Highlanders took the lead early against Dynamos in the reverse fixture and ended up losing 3-2. What an atmosphere here at Barberfields. Is this the day for Highlanders? It's much, much too early to say.
Highlanders just proving their worth here at Barberfield Stadium. Can they break the jinx? It's been 17 games now without a win against Dynamos. Tulisi Mapasa with the armband today. Rose the highest in the 18-yard area, finishing with the plum. Bullet header to the near post. Nothing that Tatenda Mkuruwa could have done there. Dynamos found wanting. Haven't been at their best, to be honest. Today, Dynamos so far seem to be missing the services of Ronald Chitio in that midfield area. Masima Mambare hasn't really been that spark of creativity David Yogimandigora has demanded from him.
I think with this aerial advantage that... Oh, it's a mistake! A chance for two, or is he offside? The whistle had already gone. He was going goalward for his brace until Tulisi Maposa. Douglas Sibanda there with the 20, the big defensive link for Highlanders. So it was a foul that was committed. Free kick to Highlanders. Just thinking the Dynamos would be disappointed with their aerial advantage to have conceded a goal from a header from that set piece. Right, so Knox Mutiz were brought down by Augustin Barra.
They don't want to be conceding these little free kicks, especially with the way that we've seen Highlanders taking their set pieces.
What can they do here? Mudzingwa straight into the wall. Break on maybe for Dynamos if they're quick enough. Ocean Mushure. That's put up by Felix Chindungwe. Chinyama with the cross. Now Dynamos pressure. 31 minutes played. Highlanders with the advantage, but to Dynamos now. Can they capitalise from this? Mushure with the throw. And they get a corner out of it. So Jabulo Nyoni, a big occasion for him in goal for Highlanders. Dynamos put a lot of men up and Highlanders have 10 men in the penalty box. It's Murwira. It is a good one. But headed away by Eric Mudzingwa. So many bodies back there, but it's hard for Dynamos to come in for a second chance. Now Tarumbwa and Masuku. He's enjoying himself this afternoon. Knox Mutizwa. Still Mutizwa. Linyama gets in the way. Mushure, Mambare, he's back so deep again, is Masimba Mambare. Chingodza. Tarumbwa is getting a lot of the ball. Good understanding between these two strikers. Tarumbwa, danger for Dynamos. It deflects off Ocean Mushure. Oh, it's a fast-paced encounter, this one. A lot of running being done. Bruce Kangwa gets hurt there, and the Highlanders fans are not happy. But Kangwa is going to carry on. The medics are not required. It's going to be a player booked.
It's Bruce Kangwa there being... Oh, it's such a sliding tackle. Just the battle in midfield. Picking 5 men in that midfield area seems to be working for Bangani Mafu. They keep overrunning the 3-man midfield of Dynamos.
Teenage Hadebe with that free kick. Mukuruva. Oh, he spills. He still looks a little bit shaky at times, does Tatenda Mukuruva.
Not his usual. Tatenda Mukuruva picking the wrong day to be sloppy, you'd think, in the Battle of Zimbabwe when all eyes are on you.
Now, end-to-end stuff continues. This could be a teasing opportunity for Dynamos. Chinyama's behind the ball, and I would fancy he thinks that he can get it in the back of the net from there. 25 plus yards, 10 fouls in the game already. Very physical opening 15 minutes in this game. Does he go for goal? It's Chinyama! Whoa, that would have been spectacular if it had been on target, but it was off by quite some distance.
Just a power strike from Tetsuo Chinyama. We've seen him strike one early on in the first half, and we know the power that he has in his legs. A bit of frustration creeping in the front three for Dynamos. They haven't really gotten the service that they require. Richard Kawandera really on the ball. Roderick Mutuma defending more than he's attacking. And Chinyama as well, not getting the ball.
Mutuma sent that ball back in the wrong direction, and Highlanders can stage another attack. Indeed, just in his own half again there was Mutuma. Teenage Hadebe. Lovely little touches. Masuku. Mbara got the full force of that. Augustin Mbara tries to clear it. It's badly done. Tarumbwa. Still danger for Dynamos. Over there. Tarumbwa. Oh, another deflection. Mutuma. Well, they give the ball away unnecessarily again to Dynamos. Chingodza. They're really on top of the situation right now, our Highlanders. But having said that, if you are on top, you don't want to waste opportunities like Mutizwa did there.
Things seem to be going Highlanders' way, and Dynamos are just hanging on at the moment. Oshen Mushure failing to clear his lines well. Roderick Mutuma deep in his own half defending. You can sense that Highlanders have another goal in them here.
As Mutizwa is really having a good time up front for Highlanders. Obadiah Tarumbwa is running and running. Mambare over on the other side now. We haven't seen one of his trademark runs down the wing. Here's Richard Kawandera. Chindungwe gets the ball away, but Dynamos can push a few men up now. The goal came in the 27th minute, a header from Tulisi Maposa from Tarumbwa's corner kick. Murwira is going to take this throw in. So he got that yellow card earlier on, confirmation of that. And that foul on Kangwa. Here's Mambari, Masimba Mambari. Almost found Mutuma, but Chindungwe is looking very solid at the back. Mutizwa can go on another run. Knocks Mutizwa. Still it's Knox. Still he goes. Maybe trying to do too much with it. And Mushure reliable at the back for Dynamos. Murwira. Kawandera's playing more in the central striking role at the moment. Chinyama lets it go. A chance here. What can they do? Mukanga squandered it somewhat, but it comes back to Walter Mukanga. Nyoni, it's in! It's it. Is it given? No, foul. He was fouled fairly clearly there by big Tekshaw Chinyama. So Dynamos get the ball in the back of the net, but the referee does not give it. And Jabula Nyoni is removing a bottle from that penalty box. So Mukanga with that cross.
The big man Tekshaw Chinyama, his physical presence there, comes in and just fouls Jabula Nyoni.
I think that was a fairly clear decision, and we don't want to see this. It's the Dynamos fans who are throwing objects onto the pitch as Chinyama asked them to stop it. This fixture has repeatedly been marred by violence, especially bottle throwing, and it's the Dynamos fans throwing there, as it happened in front of the goal where they are. But that was a perfectly clear decision, I would have said, Ephraim.
Really was a clear decision. I'd have to agree with the referee there. Tekshaw Chinyama just infringing. The goalkeeper Jabula Nyoni, who had it covered. And in the end, a free kick correctly given by the officials.
So Highlanders have the upper hand with just over 5 minutes to go to the break here at Barbourfields. Pretty much a full house, 20,000 crowd approximately. Dynamos have more of the possession at 53 to Highlanders 47%. 6 goal attempts to 5 in favour of Highlanders, so it's been a good first half in terms of attacking play. Well, the Dynamos fans didn't take kindly to that call from the referee. But Dynamos have a chance to launch another attack. Chinyama, he is playing well. Another opportunity, Nyoni misses it! Kawandera! Richard Kawandera just needed to turn and fire it home, but it's over the bar from the former Triangle United striker.
A massive opportunity for Richard Kawandera there. There's the Rabona from Texio Chinyama to create that nice little bit of skill. Richard Kawandera just could not keep it under the bar. Now, these are the opportunities you have to put away when you're 1-0 down.
I guess he'll say that was difficult from the way the ball came to him, but isn't Texio Chinyama playing well in this game? Here's God knows Murwira. Chinyama roams around again just behind the other two strikers. Muirahari gives it away to teenage Hadebe. So still they play with these 3 centre-backs to Highlanders. Mutiso's had a good first half, but the goal came from Tulisi Maposa. Murwira. Dynamo still use these 3 strikers. Good enterprising tactics from David Mandigora, but still this man, Masimba Mambari, has been very subdued in the game. Perhaps he works better when you've got 1 striker or 2 strikers, and he's got more of an attacking midfield role down one of the wings. It's Webster Chingodza to take the throw-in for Highlanders. Mutuma, Chinyama. This time Texio Chinyama gets it wrong. Douglas Sibanda to Bruce Kangwa. They find Knox Mutizwa. Linyama restricts him. Kangwa back to teenage Hadebe. Tarumbwa is there in the box, Obadiah Tarumbwa, but Mukanga now. And Obey Muirahari. Hadebe comes in again and gets a big cheer, although it won't produce anything, but it thwarts a potential move forward from Dynamos. Chingodza, still we see Roderick Mutuma covering plenty of ground. Much too early for Highlanders fans to start counting their chickens. Although they have the advantage. Ocean Mushure. Mushure takes the throw short this time. Masimba Mambari, the player who's been hurt.
We haven't seen much of Masimba Mambari in this first half. Hasn't really created a lot of opportunities for Dynamos in that midfield 3. He's being caught. Left a stud in him. Really hurt.
So Eric Mudzingwa, the offender, against his former teammate in the closing stages of the first half here at Barbourfield Stadium, as Highlanders attempt to break the jinx over their rivals Dynamos, which stretches to 8.5 seasons, 17 games since Highlanders last beat Dynamos. Terrific atmosphere, good crowd here. At the moment it is Highlanders with the upper hand, but you really never know with the Dynamos. They might be a goal down here, but with the whole second half ahead of them, it is something they can easily overcome. So we're going to get back underway with Chinyama and Mushure next to the ball as they got a free kick from this acute angle. So a left-footed player and a right-footed player. It's Chinyama right-footed! Goes past a whole load of players there. Tall Sydney Lenyama got the closest to it, and God knows Muruira also wasn't far off as it whistles over. Nobody able to connect for Dynamos, but Chinyama continues to impress. Was playing with DT Africa United in Division 1 earlier on this year. Well, that's it. An engaging first half. Plenty to look forward to in the second 45 here at Barbourfields, as captain Mtulisi Maposa headed in on 27 minutes to give Highlanders the advantage. But a lot still awaits us here. Half-time is Highlanders 1, Dynamos 0. Maposa on 27 minutes, so we are set, I think, for a nail-biting roller coaster ride of a second half as Dynamos in the blue kick us off. The Highlanders playing in the black and white stripes, and Dynamos, we have seen them coming back time and time again against Highlanders, so they're not there at all as yet, are the hosts. Roderick Mutuma didn't get a shot on target in the first half, but he's the man who got the winning goal a year ago here at Barbourfields. No substitutions at the start of this second half, as Sydney Lenyama gets it up to Roderick Mutuma. Douglas Sibanda, the former Gwanda Ramblers player, doing pretty well in the defensive link role for Highlanders at this stage. God knows Muruira. What's going to be the approach for Dynamos as they try to pick out to Chinyama again, Felix Chindungwe. Mambari a little bit further up, and he's changed his boots, has Masimba Mambari. He's gone from yellow to blue boots. So I wonder if that will signal something for Mambari. He is playing in a more advanced role at the start of this second half, is Mambari. So it looks as though Dynamos have taken a more offensive approach. Will these fans be going home happy? Much too early to say, as Mambari gets that touch with his head. Mukanga Mutuma. Encouraging little interchange of passes. Muruira, Mwera Hari, Walter Mukanga. Mushure just sized it up, he's going to go for the long shot. Kawandera! And Chinyama with the final touch, now Mambari. Mushure! It's there! Dynamos are back on level terms. The cross came from Ocean Mushure, and it's 1-1 here at Barbourfields, as Dynamos show yet again that they can never be written off. Takeshaw, Chinyama involved there. God knows Murwira too. Chinyama with that first effort comes back then to Mambare and Ocean Mushure. It's just back-heeled in. It's a clever goal. Takeshaw, Chinyama, the big man, is on the score sheet.
They've upped to the level. Dynamos and Takeshaw Chinyama, the man you need in that 6-yard area with the slightest of touches, is deceiving Jabulo Nyoni at his near post. And the fans are happy. 3 minutes of play in the second half and we're level. It's Highlanders 1, Dynamos 1.
Well. And now psychologically it's Dynamos who are in the driving seat. Masimba Mambare certainly did have an impact, and David Mandigora and assistant Tondarandaraya did, I think at half-time, decide to make more use of Masimba Mambare. And Takeshaw Chinyama, what an impact on his return to the club. So how will Highlanders respond? Douglas Sibanda. It was a clever little goal, wasn't it?
And they have upped it a level. Dynamos, I guess the message was to get that early goal, unsettle the Highlanders, a back four, try different things with Masima Mambare being pushed further forward. Takeshaw Chinyama's physical presence in the first half caused a lot of problems for the Highlanders defense. He has run tirelessly and it's paying off for the big man up front, but they need to get the likes of Roderick Mutuma more on the ball. Give the ball to the likes of Masima Mambare to continue to create things for the champions. It's been a dream starter so far for the boys in blue.
As you say, they're unsettling, I think is the word for Highlanders, because is it back to the same old for Highlanders? 17 games since they beat Dynamos. 10 defeats and 7 draws over the last 8.5 seasons. If they don't do it today, we'll go into a 10th season next year. As Chinyama, 5 shots on goal, 3 on target, getting the goal. That's what you want from a big striker, isn't it? So I suspect, no doubt, that the psychological edge is now with Dynamos, and Highlanders will have to just settle, find their rhythm again. But that's a big blow to them, no doubt. Mwerahari. Referee didn't like that, because up in the air, high boot from Abe Mwerahari. Pilan Mube, our referee. All square. Thanks to Takeshaw Chinyama for Dynamos. Yeah, very high boot from Mwerahari on Mobizita Masuku. So it's been all Dynamos so far in the second half. Chance here for Highlanders to get back into it, maybe, to find their rhythm. Still these 3 centre-backs, Chindungwe back to Njabulo Nyoni, both of them former Chicken Inn players, former teammates there. Right then, what can they do here with Bruce Kangwa? Gets past Murwira. Kangwa with the cross. Mutiz was there. And the defenders get it right. Sibanda. Eric Mutzingwa. Maposa. Kangwa. Yeah, still manages to deny, God knows, Murwira, but a stray pass. And Chindungwe. That's a poor chip from Felix Chindungwe.
A bit of panic now in the Highlanders team, trying a lot of different things. It's not yet time to panic, there's still a lot of time to go. Just seeing there Felix Chindungwe just rushing the attacking play. They just need to settle in a little bit. Continue to pass the ball around and remember that they have to deliver for their home fans.
Walter Mukanga for Dynamos, a little opening maybe for Richard Kawandera. Good cross, Chindungwe with a vital intervention. Obemwera Hari. Murwira will find Kawandera being very tightly marked by teenage Hadebe. Indeed, a foul by Hadebe on Richard Kawandera. Another opportunity for Dynamos to apply pressure. So they got a free kick from well outside the box. Ocean Mushure will take it. It's the Dynamos fans doing the singing right now. That's poorly done, straight to Chindungwe. Mambare lets it go out. These are the people making all the noise here at Barbourfields now, because Dynamos are back in it. And a draw would do for them as far as bragging rights are concerned, because they'd stretch it to 9 seasons without losing to their rivals, Highlanders. Maposa with the throw. Knox Mutizwa. Ocean Mushure. Well, he's reigning supreme, is Mushure. Maposa left flat-footed. Still down is Tulisi Maposa. Mushure to Mambare. He's looking much freer in the second half, is Masimba Mambare. Mushure again, Dynamos with a swagger. Oh, he's coming towards Mutuma. Oh, Mukanga! Oh, he's blown a chance to put his side ahead. Walter Mukanga, and Mutuma also had a half chance there as well. It could have been 2-1 to Dynamos.
Sluggish at the back from Highlanders there. A little bit of a handball as well, failing to clear their lines, and Walter Mukanga had so much time to settle himself up and pick his spot. He doesn't do it, he blasts it into the crowd. He knows it. He knows that's an opportunity that's gone begging.
You'd expect the champions to convert from a chance like that. But the fans are happy right now. Teenage Hadebe making that mistake at the back for Highlanders, which is not what we expect from him. Maposa still in a spot of bother. His header on 27 minutes put Highlanders ahead. Dynamos back on level terms on 48 with that little back healer. Clever little touch from Takeshaw Chinyama. So stretcher is going to come. Let's go back to Masimba Mambare for him. He really is looking a different player in this second half.
As in the first half, you thought that it just wasn't bouncing the right way for Masimba Mambare. It was hitting his shin, it was catching his heel. He really wasn't putting his foot on the ball, but now they're getting the ball to him. He's creating things, and they look a better team when he's on song today. Highlanders, without Ronald Chitio, he's the man who's expected to create. Tulisi Maposa, the Highlanders captain, down with an injury. This is the man that they don't want to lose in this game.
So the opening goal from Maposa, the man who's injured. Superb header it was, but did Mukuruba leave too much space at the near post, or should he have been quicker at his near post? And then this one, little back healer from Takeshaw Chinyama. Wonderful goal that was. So 2 excellent goals we've seen in the game, as Tulisi Maposa is off after that self-inflicted damage, really, as Ocean Mushure ran rings around him. Still gets attention, does Maposa. We're still not back underway here at Barbourfields. What a game so far. And there was so much for Highlanders to look forward to at the start of this second half, but now they're on the back foot. So Mafu is going to make a substitution. King Nadolo ready to come on. Ocean Mushure. Mambare didn't seem to read that one. So King Nadolo, a youngster who played very, very well the last time these two teams met. So it's an injury-inspired substitution. It's the veteran Maposa off and the youngster King Nadolo on. Just got into the first team in the final few games of last season, did King Nadolo. Still the noise being made mostly by the Dynamos supporters, but a bit of support still coming Highlanders' way. Tarumbwa. Still he goes, Obadiah Tarumbwa for Highlanders. It's a good cross. Just wide from Mutizwa. Still this striking partnership. Looks good when they're on song of Tarumbwa and Mutizwa.
Obadiah Tarumbwa just full of running, the veteran, and we know what Knox Mutizwa can do with his head. We saw him at Rufaro Stadium get a goal, get a header. You don't want to give him space if you're Dynamos in that 18-yard area. As Mthulisi Maposa, it's worrying pictures there for any Highlanders fan.
His boots have been taken off. He must have twisted something or something twanged. So Nadolo replacing him. Here is King Nadolo. Yeah, it's not looking good at all for Mthulisi Maposa. Players clattering into each other. Step overs from Roderick Mutuma. Referee had to jump out of the way to Chinyama. It's a bit of a confident approach from Dynamos, but they give the ball away to Tarumbwa. But there's only Knox Mutizwa in front of him. Douglas Sabanda, King Nadolo strokes it forward nicely there to Mutizwa. But it's not the same Highlanders that we saw in the first half. Mwerahari wins that midfield battle. Mukanga was clattered into, but referee plays the advantage. But now he brings it back. Does the referee Pilan Mube? Gave Dynamos a chance by playing the advantage, then brought play back when it did not materialise. An hour gone here at Barber Fields, and it's all square.
Well, this is the challenge, the battle in midfield. Walter Mukanga just winning that one, but ending on the floor. Talking about King Nadolo, he brings much more in terms of technique, in terms of creativity. Not exactly as physical as Mthulisi Maposa, but at this stage of the game, you want players who can create openings for your forward players, and King Nadolo can give that.
Mutuma's there. Did get a touch there, did Roderick Mutuma. Remember, he was the match winner a year ago here at Barber Fields. Will history repeat itself? Back from his unhappy stint at Caps United. Douglas Sibanda. And Mukanga gets there before teenage Hadebe. Chinyama. Good play from Felix Chindungwe, the veteran defender. Linyama. This time Chindungwe's fouled the opponent, Walter Mukanga. Came up for the header and didn't make contact, but he's been impressive.
Felix Chindungwa has been excellent throughout the game. He knew he was not where he should be on the field of play. Out of position was Felix Chindungwa, had to take the man, couldn't risk being counter-attacked by Dynamos there.
What can Dynamos do again here as they get it into the final third once more and apply more pressure? Mushure is going to take the throw-in. David Mandigora, Gift Muzazi, Tondraan Diraya in the middle there, the technical department. Two men in Mutuma's way. Well, the Highlanders fans just looking on anxiously. Having taken the lead against their rivals for the second game in a row. Looking very worried indeed. They find Mutizwa, now Nadolo. They just seem to have lost the coordination. And Mutizwa has been hurt.
Well, there's the tackle from Augustine Bara. Comes in strongly, takes the ball, takes the man. An interesting battle throughout the game. Augustine Bara and the young Knox Mutizwa came off worse in that challenge. Knox Mutizwa. It's a free kick to Highlanders in a dangerous position.
They've already had to make one injury-inspired substitution. King Nadolo coming on for Tulisi Maposa. So the ice being applied there on the shin of Knox Mutizwa. 2 goals in the game so far. Tulisi Maposa on 27 minutes gave Highlanders the lead. Bosso robbed. Referring to the last time they met. With that offside call, Edmond Muzanenamo getting the ball in the back of the net that would have made it 3-3. He misses this game, by the way, because he suspended Edmond Muzanenamo. And Thomas Chideo is out. Well, he's left Highlanders, gone to Ajax Cape Town in South Africa. Their main striker. It's been a physical game, this one.
Richard Kawandera there, just leaving his stud on the opponent. He has been in the thick of things, the centre forward. You'd have thought that he'd be better off playing on the shoulder of the defenders, looking for through balls, but everyone wants to get involved. Everyone wants to just tug a shirt, have a kick at the opposition. That's what the Battle of Zimbabwe is all about.
So things are slowing down with this break, but it's been an intense contest, as you would expect. Dynamos playing this 4-3-3, Highlanders with a 5-man midfield. And Dynamos rewarded for their attacking formation with that equaliser coming from Takeshore Chinyama. So Mutizwa is going to go off. Now the big striker on the right is the man that they call Adebayor. That's Orbit Tafira, who played at schools level at Prince Edward with Thomas Chideu, the striker they just lost. So I was talking to coach Bongani Mafu before the game, and he said he was looking forward to seeing this man Tafira teaming up with Chideu as their main striking partnership, but because he's gone to South Africa, Chideu, that is not going to happen. But it'll be interesting to see if this big man comes on. Right then, free kick to Highlanders. Definite scoring range, 20 yards out, right in front of goal. Everyone except Takeshore Chinyama is back for Dynamos. And Tarumbwa is one of the players behind the ball. What can Highlanders do here? Oh, it's a cracker. Bang on target. Well saved by Tatenda Mukurova.
A fantastic free kick over the wall. And Tatenda Mukuruva once again equal to the task. Parries it out for a corner kick. And you can see with Rodri Mutuma coming in to celebrate just how much that save means.
Nothing coming out of the corner kick. Obadiah Tarumbwa with that free kick. Here's Kawandera. Dynamos are on the break. Mambari streaking away. And they have to, in a moment of panic, give away a corner kick there. Do Highlanders, and Mambari's going to take it. So it's end-to-end stuff. He's taking it quickly and square. We are at the midway point through the second half. 1-1. Masuku there marking Masimba Mambari, finding this second half harder. It's a wasted cross from the reliable Ocean Mushure. Didn't get it right that time. And David Mantigora's paymasters would be very satisfied, you'd fancy, if they come away with a draw here. Nyoni with the goal kick. Douglas Sibanda, the big midfield anchor. Kangwa. Nadolo out-muscled by Obeyinwera Hari. Continues to play a good part there in defence as the defensive link for Dynamos. Referee blows.
And Ngobizisa Masuku, straight warfare in that middle of the park. You know what you'll get from the young man. That was a high foot again. Interesting battle between these two, Walter Mkanga and Ngobizisa Masuku.
And we saw offensive play from Masuku in the first half, but this time he's not managing so many forays forward. Ocean Mushure, yellow card to Augustin Bara. Are we going to get a winner? Kawandera rather more visible for Dynamos in this second half. As there'll be more pressure to deal with. Chinyama holds it up so well, almost deceives teenage Hadebe. Murwira, Mambari with a little flick. But now a chance for Highlanders to break with Chingodza. Ocean Mushure. Oh, great little interception.
It's been outstanding, Ocean Mushure down that left flank. Standout defender for me. Not only for Dynamos, but in the whole game.
Kawandera now for Dynamos. Chinyama, has he got the legs to get past teenage Hadebe? Not this time, really. And Kangwa back deep in defence, ostensibly playing as a midfielder is Kangwa. The last 10 minutes, Dynamos 56% of the possession. Murwira whips in another. Kawandera, Chinyama, Kawandera just needed a touch there. Richard Kawandera, and Dynamos might have surged ahead.
It's that man again, Texio Chinyama, getting space in that final third, making the most of it. You don't want to give him too much space, too much room. Didn't really wrap his foot around it that time, Texio Chinyama. Highlanders should cut themselves lucky.
It's a super contest, this one, really engrossing. 1-1. 3 points still for the taking. Kawandera's grafting away now for Dynamos. Mutuma not getting much of the ball. Chinyama much more up front. Ocean Mushure. The man in space is Chinyama. What a return for the big striker. God knows Murwira. Walter Mukanga. But they get it now with King Nadolo and Obadiah Tarumbwa. And Nox Mutizwa is the victim of another challenge. So Mutizwa has had a fair few knocks in this game.
Down on the deck again, the young man. It's been a thorn in the flesh for the Dynamos defenders throughout this game. Knox Mutizwa. 3 shots at goal, 2 on target, full of running. Every chance they get, the Dynamos players just having a poke at the young man, trying to frustrate him, having a little bit of a kick, being physical with him. It's been working so far in the second half. Wonder what the referee makes of it. How much did he see of the challenge? But again, the medics rush onto the field of play, and again he's hobbling off the field of play.
Well, it looks like this may have actually been an off-the-ball incident with no challenge. I had said he was the victim of a challenge there, but it does appear as though that was an off-the-ball incident there. So Mutizwa not looking in good shape here. Does Bongani Mafu bring on Orbit Tafira? Raman Kutanzira also is warming up on the right. We're back underway at Barberfields, 1-1. Highlanders down to 10 men right now. Teenage Hadebe takes the throw. Mutuma. Mambari with a touch. Chinyama takes shot. Chinyama! Wonderful, wonderful and crucial bit of keeping from Jabulo Nyoni.
Texio Chinyama again just burst through the middle. Perhaps he's lost a little bit of pace over the years. A younger Chinyama would have gotten there, but Jabulo Nyoni deserves credit, rushing off his goal line and just thwarting the big man.
Really gave his all for his team. At the other end, chance for Highlanders. Hadebe pushing up, teenage Hadebe. He can play as a left back. I wonder if we'll see a more attacking form or formation from Mafu. It's dinked towards Kawandera, but Hadebe heads it away. Big Douglas Sibanda strokes it nicely to Tarumbwa. Bruce Kangwa, a chance for Kangwa. Mudwira defends. Kawandera. Free-flowing stuff here at Barberfields. That's Mutuma and Hadebe. Earns a free kick, does Roderick Mutuma. Only 15 minutes to go.
Roderick Mutuma just buying himself time there, looking for a nudge, looking for a free kick, and he gets one.
Substitution for Dynamos.
Looks like Kelvin Bulaji will be running onto the field of play shortly. Just to add that attacking credit, Roderick Mutuma, the Prince, hasn't offered much in this game. He'll be very disappointed. No one wants to be substituted in the Battle of Zimbabwe, but fresh legs are needed now. So says David Yogi Mandigora.
Tricky call, that one, really, because he is a match winner, potential match winner is Roderick Mutuma, but Texo Chinyama is still full of life, and Richard Kawandera is looking more mobile of those strikers there. So Kelvin Bulaji will replace Roderick Mutuma, the man who was signed from Caps United at the start of the season. Bulaji, who hasn't really set things alight for the Dynamos. So it's a free kick from a very promising position for Dynamos. Ocean Mushure, the man who's going to put the ball across. It's a threatening one, but the defenders do their job. Mushure again. Sibanda puts it away, and Mukanga now Mambare. Masimba Mambare, you feel, could have done much, much better there.
That's been the story of Masimba Mambare, not really going for him so far in his career at Dynamos. A lot of injuries, fortunately for him, but maybe had a lot more time than he thought. Tried to catch it on the volley, and he knows that he should have done better there. Should have perhaps kept possession for his team and continued the attacking threat.
He had space and time there, indeed, did Masimba Mambare. 13 minutes to go. Are we heading for a draw? Does the game have another goal in it? Obadiah Tarumbwa has been tireless up front for Highlanders. Eric Mudzingwa with a header from the back. Mwera Hari to Sydney Linyama. Tatenda Mukuruva. God knows Murwira. Hasn't cleared it very far. Bulaji gets a touch, the substitute. Teenage Hadebe. Steady approach here from Highlanders. Not finding that channel yielding very much. Kawandera wants to set up Chinyama, but Chindungwe's there. Ocean Mushure. Masimba Mambare. Dynamos calling the shots right now in this game. Takes your Chinyama, just puts his hands on his knees, looking a little bit tired now maybe, as Obey Hari is hurt.
An unsung hero today, Obey Hari. He's given his all. As the battle in the middle of the park continues, up on his feet now. Ready to get on with it. King Nadolo gets a booking. Comes in late, catches Obey Hari in full view of the referee, and deserved yellow card for the young man.
23 fouls in the game. That's actually around about an average foul count, although it looked very physical early on. The break is on here for Highlanders. Masuku to Nadolo. That's a steaming run. And Augustin Barra just has to get the ball into touch. Not much time left for real clear goal scoring opportunities. Chingodza. Mushure is beaten this time in that left-back role where he's had a fabulous game. Dynamos 4th in the league, Highlanders 9th, but that's not really what people care about in this fixture. It's about the bragging rights. And unless Highlanders can score, it's going to be 9 full seasons that Highlanders will have gone without beating Dynamos. Tulisima Posa with a first half header put the hosts ahead, but 3 minutes into the second half, a delightful little back heel from Takeshore Chinyama levelled matters, and it is Dynamos looking the better side at the moment. Richard Kawandera much better in the second half. Mudzingwa's going to take the free kick. Well, the height of Linyama, so effective. Mudzingwa and Chingodza. Masuku. Webster Chingodza. It looks promising, a big chance for Highlanders! King Nadolo might have done better. Still in play, Hadebe. Now Mukuruva will collect quite comfortably there. Could King Nadolo have done better with that? Was that a clear opportunity for Highlanders?
The spaces are beginning to open now as legs tire. King Nadolo just shins it, doesn't really take it the way he would have liked. And Augustin Barra has been a stalwart in the Dynamos back four, just mops up the mess, and Dynamos survive.
8 minutes to go here at Barberfield Stadium. Live on your World of Champions. Masuku. Another niggling challenge. This time it's Obey-Mwerahari, who certainly has had a good game for Dynamos, the former Monomatapa player.
Knew he was late. Tries to withdraw from the tackle. But catches Obey-Mwerahari, who has been victim to a few of these in the second half.
Well, the referee's been busy. Morbizita Masuku will get a yellow card. There was a small march towards Barberfield Stadium with some Highlanders fans with a banner saying no to violence. We only had one incident when Dynamos had a goal disallowed, or a goal not given, let's say, for a foul on the keeper, when Dynamos fans threw a few bottles on, but no to violence, hooliganism and tribalism. It's been played in a good spirit, this game.
It has everything that you would expect of a Battle of Zimbabwe. It's been physical, but no real rough play that you'd say that this has been unfair play, unsportsmanlike. It's been excellent to watch.
It really has. The question remains, will there be a winner? Is it going to end as a draw? God knows Murwira for Dynamos. Oh, it's totally missed by Richard Kawandera. And Mambari doesn't make much of it either. It looks like there's some tired legs out there now because they've done a lot of running, these players. Obadiah Tarumbwa perhaps has run out of steam now for Highlanders. King Nadolo, the substitute, has something in his legs. Mutizwa back to Nadolo. Kangwa. Too many defenders there and not enough strikers. So Knox Mutizwa soldiering on despite that knock that he took. Douglas Sibanda. Highlanders trying to find a way through, but finding it pretty frustrating right now. Mushure clears it away. Chingodza. Masuku. Well, they hold on to the ball, do Highlanders. Tarumbwa. Oh, that didn't quite run right for Knox Mutizwa. Good bit of possession there for Highlanders. Only just over 4 minutes to go. And this is a talented young player, Thomas Kajiga Ridzire, star player for Zimbabwe's under-20s at the Region 5 Youth Games here in Bulawayo last December from an academy in Harare. Is Kajiga Ridzire, a player with a big future, so he replaces Teixeira Chinyama, whose contribution cannot be understated, getting that equaliser for Dynamos. Teenage Hadebe forward, Linyama. So Kajiga Ridzire goes straight into an offensive role where Teixeira Chinyama was playing. Kelvin Bulaji, the other man who came on as a sub, hasn't really had a goal attempt as yet, as Kajiga Ridzire does get his first touch. There he is again. Mambare now. Mwerahari. He loses out. Douglas Sibanda. Spectacularly done by Mbara. Dynamos quite happy to sit back when Highlanders are in possession. It's going to be another substitution as we are very much in the twilight zone. It's the man called Hadebe to come on. Orbit Tafira replaces the visibly tired Obadiah Tarumbwa.
Obadiah Tarumbwa gave everything today, full of running, creating a lot of chances. It really was a handful for Augustine Bara.
Orbit Tafira, the big youngster, gets a taste of Zimbabwe's biggest fixture. Goes straight up there into the firing line. So Savanda takes it. Again, this Dynamos defence solid. Bruce Kangwa hasn't really done as much as he's capable of in this second half, but here he is now with a chance. Kangwa, they'll keep it in. Big cheers for Ocean Mushuri, but an uncharacteristic mistake there. Tafira does get a touch, the man who just came on. Teenage Hadebe. As it looks right now, you'd sense that it's Dynamos who are happier to get a draw. Kelvin Bulaji into the final minute. Mukanga, Murwira, all a bit aimless at the moment. Murwira, can he find Mambare there? Kajigiri Zire. And the Highlanders will finally get the ball back with the King Nadola, but Walter Mukanga, oh, another rough tackle, but the referee plays the advantage in favour of Dynamos. Bulaji. The 90 minutes are up. One minute of stoppage time, that's just unbelievable. We had the stretcher on for 2 long periods in this second half. I have no idea how the fourth official came up with that.
It's getting a little bit physical. King Nadola needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card. Kicking out at the Dynamos players now. The Bosso players.
So only 30 seconds of the 1 minute of stoppage time remain. Mushuri goes for glory. He can score with the long shots. Very good game Ocean Mushuri has had. Tafira, Masuku, Hadebe. Werahari, and that's it. Dynamos have maintained their dominance over Highlanders and stretched it to 9 consecutive seasons. 18 games now since Highlanders beat Dynamos. 10 wins for Dynamos and 8 draws. A good first half performance seemed to have Highlanders on top of the situation. Talisima Posa with the goal, headed in on 27 minutes. But Takeshore Chinyama equalised early on in the second half. And from that point on, Dynamos were the better side. So the frustration will continue for the Highlanders fans. Good to see that there's been no hooliganism besides a few bottles thrown by Dynamos fans when a goal wasn't given in the first half, when a goal correctly wasn't given. But the frustration continues for Highlanders. It ends 1-1 here at Barber Fields.